Hello and good morning, Canvas Real Estate Miami Lakes team. This is yours truly, Coach Joel Milian. Has been a while since I've transmitted or done any trainings or recordings for all of you. And therefore, today I have the opportunity of being able to share a little bit with each and every one of you that will listen to this recording after the fact. Um, Today's subject is how to get listings or where to get listings. And it's just a subject that it is of importance for each and every one of you, because as they're saying, there's a saying out in the real estate industry that you have to list to last. So if there's anything that each and every one of you, or better said, that I encourage each and every one of you to focus on, it is on the subject of getting listings. Now, it is the hardest part of our business. And I'll make that disclosure because most most homeowners, to a certain extent, they only reach out to an agent when they're getting ready to list the property. So therefore, if you have not done the work ahead of time, which is prospecting, marketing, meeting, having conversations, or building your database, then it is going to be very difficult for you to capitalize on any listing opportunities. Because I have found in my career that very few listings that I have gotten have been from referrals. And one of the ways to build this business is really based on referrals. So the best way to get listings is really working with customers that have already acquired a home. And when they get ready to move out of that home, then you will become the agent of choice, provided that you have done what we as the real estate agents need to do, which is to stay in contact with our past clients, our sphere of influence, and if you're working a particular niche in the real estate market, whether it's farming, whether it's rental communities, basically any particular occupations that you want to focus on, then your name and your branding becomes a little bit diluted. So the key to this business, in order to be successful, is listings. Okay, because on the listing side, you could leverage your time. It is easier to service a listing than it is to service a buyer. You could leverage your time better with listings than it is with buyers. So it is easier to service 5 listings than 5 buyers, because buyers are very consuming. They're very time consuming. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of energy. So the other thing you want to keep in mind is, why listings? Because when you are the listing agent, you basically have become the employer, not the employee. And who's the one that usually makes the most money? It is the employer, the one who owns the business. So basically, if your business is listing based, chances are your income is going to be a lot more than if your business is mainly working with buyers. So with that said, let's jump into the presentation that I have prepared for each and every one of you, and finding seller leads. So there's different areas of finding seller leads. And this first slide that I'm going to share, for those of you that have sat with me in coaching for a coaching consultation, it may be familiar. Now, there's 2 parts to this business. One is the prospecting part, and one is the marketing. You want to make sure that you have a combination of both in order to move your business forward. Now, the part of the prospecting is phone or face-to-face. Listings without agencies, those are the for sale by owners or expired listings. Circle prospecting, that's neighborhoods, apartment complexes, recently sold listings, recently listed properties. Community outreaches, that's doing charity work or doing volunteer work with any of the organizations that are out there that they do community outreach. Key relationships, that's working with corporations, builders, banks, third-party data companies, um, investors, uh, meals, door-to-door canvassing, networking events, booths and kiosks, walk-ins, and then the part of text correspondence. That's SMS, Messenger, email. So whatever the platform is that you decide to use. So that is the ones that you would be engaged more on the phone or face to face. Then there's a part of marketing. There on the right hand side, you have all kinds of areas of marketing that you're able to do: advertising, uh, broadcast content creation, number two. Number three, direct mail. That's non-farming areas. That's, postcard campaigns, special events, just sold, just listing cards, quarterly market updates. And then the promotional items are number four, which is items that you would have, shirts, your magnet signs, your your name badges. So there's many promotional items, coffee mugs, pens, anything, basically promotional items. And then the part of public relations, which is press, news releases, advice columns, and sponsorships. The opportunity to sponsor any type of program, any team event or team sport, or even in any schools that you become the sponsor of that particular event. Now, when it comes to doing both of these, it is highly recommended that if you're going to do farming, whether it's a geographic area or a demographic area, you're going to prospect and you're going to market. If you're going to do events, open houses, seminars, contests, client appreciation events, you're going to do both prospecting and marketing. If you're going to network, your sphere of influence, past clients, allied resources, other agents, prospecting and marketing. And then the purchase one is referral networks, advertising networks, and clientele. So keep this in the back of your mind, that to move your business forward, and especially on the listing side, you need to prospect and you need to market. And some are going to be more heavy than others, but needless to say, you're going to do a combination of both. Now, the one thing is to get listings. So where could you get listings from? So there's a part of the sphere of influence. There's a part of prospecting for listings. There's a part of expired listings. The part of rent by owners, or rent, the homeowners that have their own properties for rent. That's one way that you could prospect for listings. For sale by owners is probably the best way to get listings. Sign calls, door knocking, and social media marketing. Now, in regards to social media marketing, there's one way that you're able to expose your business, and I have a small little script here for you. It's not here in this presentation, but if you, I will describe it real slowly if you're following. And it is, get into a practice, or every now and then, maybe once a month or once a couple weeks, is post this on your social media and see what happens. Anyone curious about your home's value? I am practicing doing market reports for you. So check it out. Okay. Again, anyone curious? Well, let me get this straight because I'm not stuck here. Yes. Again, anyone curious about your home's value, practicing doing market value reports, check it out. Let me know. See what happens when you do that. Because there you're going to get some responses from individuals that are just curious about finding out the value of their homes. And if they're looking to find the value of their homes, chances are that may be the opening of a conversation for you to be able to engage them and perhaps see where it is that they want to go with the next step. So try that on your social media platforms and just and see what happens. Now, as far as getting listings from your sphere, so the way you're going to go about this is you're going to call your database. So very important in this business, and this is something that I have been coaching and I coach the agents too, is you need to have a database. You need to build a database of individuals that you have come across, that you meet along the way, or that you have met in the past. Now, the key to this is being able to obtain gold or solid gold information. Now, gold information is the name, the phone number, and preferably the mailing address of that particular contact. Or solid gold is going to be the name, the phone number, the mailing address, and the email address of the person that you meet or have come into contact with. Now, the reason for that is because once you do this, and if you build your database, and each and every one of you, your goal should be to have a minimum of 200 to 250 contacts in your database with gold or solid gold information. Because the moment that you do, then you'll be able to start prospecting to them on a frequent and regular basis by either calling them, by sending them a text message, by sending them a market value report, by sending them a newsletter, by just sending them postcards, holiday cards, anything of value that you would like to receive or that you would find a value. That's what you want to be reaching out and sending to your database. Now, the only way you could do this is if you have 200, 250 people. And again, you build this along the way. So let me give you easy numbers. So let's say if you go out and you decide and you make a decision that you're going to make 5 contacts a day for the next for 5 days a week. Although we have 7 days a week, let's say 5 contacts a day, 5 days a week, that's 25 contacts per week. Now you're going to take those contacts, you're going to put them in your database, and then you're going to activate a market report for them. You're going to send them out. You're going to send them your business card. You're going to send them something of value. Now there are companies out there. There are third-party companies out there. One that I use is called the Personal Marketing Company. T as in Tom, P as in Peter, M as in Mike, C as in Charlie, O.com. I've been using this company now for, I would say, over 5 years, and I would possibly even 7 years that I've been using them to mail items of value and newsletters to my customers. Now, that's a cost that I incur, and I do it to a small segment of my database, usually my past clients. I usually try to keep a list of 150, my top 150 customers or my top 150 contacts. So for you, it would be everyone and anyone that you meet and have met that you're going to be sending them an item of value. So call your database, contact your database in different forms. Again, calling, text messaging them, emailing them, mailing them an item of value. Now, aside from that, one of the other things that you're going to do is you need to have a script, some sort of a script that you're going to be using on your communications. So work on that on a regular basis. Create a scripts. Let me go back because I was going through the numbers again. So 5 times a day, 5 contacts a day, 5 times a week, 25 contacts. For 4 weeks, that's 100 contacts in 1 month. Let you do that for 2 months or 3 months, and before you know it, you have a database anywhere between 200 to 300 people. Now, that is something that you're going to be able to work with moving forward. Now, going back to the script, you need to find yourself a script. Write a script. Write down your scripts, practice them, share them. If you need help with scripts, I am here to assist you with it. So script is part of this process. With your sphere, face-to-face, schedule lunch meetings or, not lunch meetings, but coffee breaks. I would say coffee breaks. Invite some of the people that you know, some of your closest friends, some of your closest co-workers, and let them know what you're looking to do, that you're looking to launch a real estate career, that you are in this business. And, don't break the bank, but I would say with $10 or less, you could go have cafecito, pastelitos, or you could go to Starbucks and have a coffee for each and every one for you and your friend or your family member, and have these face-to-face meetings. Social media is another way of connecting with your sphere of influence. And this one, identify investors. There's many people, many investors out there that they're looking for properties. And this is one way to build your business, by identifying investors. So that's on the subject of spheres. In circle prospecting, the type of circle prospecting you're going to be doing is just listed or just sold, in which I have a script for each and every one of you that I'm going to be sending with this recording by email. The just listed, just sold scripts. Something that will be of importance is having a power dialer. If you're going to be making many calls, it's recommended that you have a power dialer. And then a good set of headphones. This is something also, if you're going to be doing multiple calls and a lot of calls, and if your business model is lead generating, then you're going to be doing calls at a high level, multiple, and perhaps 50, 100 calls within a short time period of a couple hours, 1 to 2 hours at a time. So these are some recommendations when it comes to circle prospecting. When it comes to expireds, okay, you want to look at the old expireds. Right now, the market's been hot over the past couple of years, so there's really not too many expireds per se. Although you may go into the MLS and you may see expireds there, but if you really look into it, they're not really expired. They are homes that were on the market, that the agents took them off the market temporarily, and then they became expired. So right now, expireds has not it's not the name of the game. But if you go back a couple years and go back to 2018 and moving forward, there could be some expireds there that you might be able to capitalize on. Now, the way you would find these is using one of the expired companies that provide data. Redx is the one that we provide for you here at the office. although I don't use Redx, I use a company called Arch Agent, and there's many other providers. So depending on your budget and depending if this is something that you want to endeavor on, this is one way to go about finding expires. Now, a key to this is using a Mojo Power Dialer. Again, if you're going to be doing multiple calls, it is recommended that you have a power dialer. Now, the one that I use, Arch Agent, we have a dialer, or that particular platform or service provider provides a dialer. And not only that, our Canvas, our Artec also has a dialer. So you don't really have to go out and spend money on the dialers because Artec has one, but you do need to get the data into the CRM in order to dial out. So this is something that you will need to figure out on what's going to work best for you. Expireds prospecting. Again, there's a script. I will be sharing scripts with you on expired listings. This is a skills based. Okay. If you're going to go after expired listings, you need to learn the scripts. You need to learn the dialogue. You need to learn how to carry the conversation. And that's why learning scripts and having scripts is very important if you're going to launch, and if expired is going to be part of your lead generating model to find listings. Now, the rent by owners, this is a easy strategy. So what I recommend is that every time you see a for rent sign out there, what you're going to do is you're going to stop. You're going to drive around, go into the parking lot. They're usually over by the shopping centers or CVS stores, Walgreens, Publix's, any big box stores, and or on fences or light posts or wherever they are in the corner neighborhoods. So in your neighborhood, I would venture to say any neighborhood that you're in right now, there's anywhere between 3 to 5 for rent signs. So this is a great opportunity for you to build your database, number one. Number two, for you to connect with homeowners. Now, one other thing that I failed to mention is that in your database, you want to make sure that you build your database with homeowner METs. Make it a practice, or make it your goal to have the contact information of as many homeowners as you're able and capable of getting. Why? Because this is the way you're going to go about getting listings. Because when they get ready to sell their home, or to make another investment, to move up or move down, then you want to be one of the agents that they have in top of mind in order to be given an opportunity for them to sell their home with. So aside from the rent by owners, meet as many homeowner METs in your neighborhood as possible. So keep that in top of mind as well. And this is one other way to get listings. Here's the biggest opportunity right now: the for sale by owners. Being that the market is hot, okay, has been hot, for sale by owners is your best and fastest opportunity to obtain a listing. So the way you're going to go about this is, number one, you're going to call this for sale by owner. If you come across a for sale by owner, and you're going to ask them, hello, Mr. For sale by owner. My name is Joel Milian. I am a local real estate agent, and I'm giving you a call regarding your for sale by owner property. Is your property still available? Yes. If they tell you yes, tell them great. Now, my next question is, if I find you're a buyer, would you be willing to cooperate with me? 3% commission, should I be able to find you a buyer that pays your price? There's going to be a conversation there. There's going to be a yay, nay, maybe, possibly, whatever. So whatever they agree to, if they say yes, then you proceed. They tell you yes, then you tell them, great. When when will it be the next? When will it be the best time for me to be able to meet you and preview your property? Now, on that point, you're going to have resistance. They're going to have an objection on you doing that. They say, oh, but do you have any buyers? Tell them, no, Mr. For sale by owner or Mr. Seller, I don't have any buyers at this time for your property because I don't know what your property looks like. However, once I take a look at your property, once I find out what it is that you're looking to offer, then I could prospect to find you a buyer. Would that work? And basically, they're going to tell you yay or nay. If they say yay, then you schedule an appointment to meet them. If they say no, then tell them, okay, not a problem. Now, if I do find you a buyer, you are willing to, or better said, being that you're willing to cooperate with me, if I find you a buyer, if I could show you a way of being able to hire 80,000 agents without you paying me any extra money, would that be of value to you? Again, this works on the phone or in person. And they're going to say, okay, are you looking to list my property? He says, no, what I'm looking is to share, if I could show you a way that that instead of hiring me and instead of you marketing your property on your own without, basically on your own, and only those that drive by your property are able to see your property. However, if you're able to hire 80,000 agents without it costing you any extra money, and would that be of interest to you? They're going to say, well, maybe. Yes. How could you do that? Great. All I'm going to need is 15 to 20 minutes of your time to show you how this would work for you and what this would look like. So this is a short script that you're able to use. Now there's other scripts out there. I'll be more than glad to share other scripts with you, but this is one that I have found it's very simple, very easy and direct and to the point. You want to find the motivated. You want to look for the motivated. And right now, and your closest opportunity or your best opportunity to obtain a listing is really marketing and finding for sale by owners. Now, they will work with you, provided that you show a value. Now, they're not, they don't have an objection in paying you a commission. What they don't want to do is pay a full commission of 5 or 6%. But if you could show them value, and if you could show them that you're able to sell their property at the highest price, and them able to net as much as they're capable of netting in the fastest time, then they will work with you. So again, for sale by owners is your fastest way to an opportunity. Another way of getting listings is sold stickers, sign calls, door knocking with a recent offer, open houses, aggressive lead follow-up. These are all strategies that you're able to implement in order to go find listings. Again, that's provided that you're focused, that your one thing is getting listings. And remember, the name of the game in this business is getting listings. You want to be the employer, not the employee. You want to list to last. And that only happens by getting listings. Now, the key to finding listings, to implementing a lead generating model, is you need to build habits. Now, how does this happen? Number one, you need to time block. You need to have a workable business schedule with laser focus. You need to be focused, and you need to time block your time, your prospecting time. Now, I understand many agents that will be listening to this training call that you are a dual career agent. That's fine. The key is, what is it? How much time are you investing in your real estate business? Now, whatever time you invest in your real estate business, you want to invest 75% of your time. You want to invest it in lead generation or doing lead generating activities. Now, what does that look like? Let me find it for you and let me tell you what 75% of your time should be invested. So this goes if you're working 10 hours a week, 15 hours a week, or 20 plus hours a week, 75% of your time should be invested in income producing activities. And they are lead generating and prospecting, doing lead follow-ups, going on listing appointments and taking listings, showing properties to qualified buyers only, negotiating contracts, price improvements if you have a listing. So again, 75–80% of your time should be invested and dedicated to do these 6 income producing activities. So my question to you is, how much time are you investing in your real estate business? How much time are you willing to invest to grow your real estate business? How much time do you want to invest in order to get into the real estate full time, or to get into the real estate business, working at it full time? Okay. Now, answer that question to yourself. And then with that, then you want to take 75% to 80% of your time, you want to dedicate it in doing these 6 income producing activities. The other thing that you want to do is you want to practice your scripts. Okay. You need to get in a habit of writing scripts, practice your scripts. You can practice with other agents. You can practice on your own. You get in front of a mirror, just practice these scripts. Whatever scripts it is that you have come up with, your conversations need to, they basically need to be very similar across the board. And that way you don't have to think off the top of your head what it is that you're going to say or not to say. The next thing is you need to lead generate, lead follow up. Okay. So if you're going to lead generate for 2 hours or 2 to 3 hours a day, then you need to block out some time for lead follow up. The money in this business is in the lead follow up. Trust me, every year I have left anywhere between $25,000 and $35,000 on the table for lack of lead follow-up. Now, that happens to me, and that happens to almost every single agent. Why? Because we get busy. We get busy with our transactions, with our customers, looking for business, coordinating our transactions, and things fall through the crack. But if you're focused, then you're able to minimize and limit the time or limit the opportunities that you miss out by lead follow-up. And last one is, does your schedule match your goal? What is your goal in this real estate business? What is your big why? Why is it that you got into this business? Now, does your schedule match your goals? So that's a question that only you can answer. And you need to have goals in order to, or better said, your goals is your target. You need to have a target to hit in order for you to move towards that goal and that target. So keep that in top of mind. Again, based on your schedule, doesn't match your goal. Now, identifying your lead source zones. Okay. So for listings, door knocking, call to sphere, agent referrals, 12 direct newsletters, for sale by owners, open houses, expired listings, sign calls, website registration, client parties. Now, this is where you need to prioritize. need to prioritize on the top 5, which is expired listings, door knocking, call to spheres, 12 direct newsletters, and open houses. And your focus needs to be these top 5 as well. Always focus on these areas of this business in order to focus on obtaining listings and securing listings. Now here, and I will be also sending this this by email. There was an article that came out last year on the Realtor magazine, and it's the Florida Realtors magazine, I believe it is, in November and December, 15 low-cost lead generation ideas. And in here, there's many ideas that all you have to do is select a handful of them and see what they would do for you. See if you're able to capitalize on any opportunities in order to get a listing. So get to know a divorced lawyer. Be the friendliest neighbor. Number 3, try the golden letter. Number 4, speak to for rent by owners. We already touched on that and shared on that. Create videos. Videos is big nowadays. Okay. If you're not creating videos, then start practicing or start planning to create videos in order to showcase your business. Number 6, be social in real life. 7, get old-fashioned in a new way. Number 8, volunteer for everything. Okay, become a volunteer. This is one way to meet people, to get known in the community. Because now you're coming from added value and you're giving something before you ask for something. Connect with senior living housing coordinators. Use social media. Be available. Number 12, provide some swag. Number 13, mail letters to every prospect. Number 14, pay for targeted Facebook ads. Now that's going up to, marketing, and it's expensive. And number 15, pick up the phone. Now, this picking up the phone is the lowest cost of marketing. It's one of the most effective forms of marketing because it costs you very little money. What it is going to cost you is you making the commitment, you blocking the time, setting aside the time, you building your database, and then you launch out, pick up the phone and call as many prospects and as many people as possible as you go along the way. So with this, I am here to assist you. My doors are open. My phone number, each and every one of you should have my phone number. If we have not spoken recently, feel free to reach out to me, check in with me, tell me how you're doing in your business. What are your plans for 2024? Where are you stuck? And let's just put a plan together, plan in action to get you started, to get your career up and moving forward, moving the ball forward. Here we're at the end of September. It's unbelievable that 9 months have gone by. We're at the end of the year almost. There's only 1 quarter left. And my question is, are you happy with your results this year? Are you happy with your production? What areas of your business could you have focused on more? And what could you have done more that you have not done? So if you have all these questions, and if the answers to these questions are not clear, then that's why I am here. I am your coach. My name is Joel Milian. Better said, my name is Joel Milian. I am your friend, and I am your coach. Take care. God bless. And be on the lookout for an email to this recording. and this training along with the attachments that I said that I would be sharing. So until we speak again, take care.